Introducing Anatomy Woman. This fine young specimen is the latest to put all on show for the sake of education at JCU. With a few tins of paint, an informed mind, and a touch of creativity, students were given the chance to learn about the human body in a fun yet realistic way. This is the fourth time that JCU students have been able to use this particular technique as an educational tool. Her male counterpart, Anatomy Man, was first introduced around 12 months ago and has played a key part in pushing educational boundaries to a new level. Associate Professor Claudia Diaz is the head of Anatomy and Pathology at James Cook University and was the main brain behind this innovative technique.
Well, Anatomical Woman is the fourth project in a line of projects which have to do with body painting as a technique. Last year we started it off with Anatomical Man, and we did it at the same time of year because what we've done with Anatomical Woman this year is introduce her to the class of rehabilitation science students on their first day of real anatomy in the lab. So the idea is to bring her in to give them a little bit of a shock, hopefully to inspire and motivate them to realise that they too can use this technique to learn anatomy, because it's one of many innovative techniques that I've introduced here at JCU to teach anatomy. And body painting is probably the most popular of all our techniques, but we want the students from day one to actually see that it's something they can do, that it's possible, that when they do it they'll learn a lot of anatomy and that it's a lot of fun.
And as well as being quite informative, the concept of anatomy man and woman is becoming quite a hit.
I think it's so popular because it is so much fun. We do a lot of different things in the lab, but I think this is the most fun. And I think students, the minute you get paint out, I think part of it takes you back to your childhood and you're just having a lot of fun there. And it's a really good way of learning because it's very visual and it's very tactile. So you have to touch the person's body. You have to work out where their bones are first and draw those in before you can draw in things like muscles. So it's a really integrated way of learning. And I think just doing it, it's the fact that you get them to do things. Students are so used to sitting in a classroom where they're talked at. I think getting them to do things themselves is really awesome and they have a lot of fun. I think mostly it's just a lot of fun. And it's effective in that they do actually do better and get better results.
But even though the project has its silly side, Professor Diaz has found that students are generally achieving higher results. She also says that many students are keen to volunteer in the future.
I think, now that the body painting is out there and students have seen it, they're very keen to offer. Generally Aussies are quite shy about doing things like this, and that still holds, but there's always a few in there who are willing and will offer. So even today, just showing Anatomical Woman to my first year students who I've only had for a few months, some of them have already offered that they're happy to do some projects with me if I need.
And of course, how could we forget Anatomy Woman herself? Painted head to toe, JCU student Sabrina Dervis says it's an experience like no other.
My experience has been really good. I love the paint on my skin. Feels great. Feels like a second skin. I think I've been saying all day long today that I feel like I'm being turned inside out. So, but yeah, we get a couple of really weird looks, but that's what we're here for.
And as well as immersing herself into the project, Sabrina hopes that she has inspired more than just the student.
We're hoping to get awareness out of it, and how body painting is a really good tool to teach students how to learn anatomy and to hopefully get fundings for it.
Emily McCowat, JCNN.